Hello, SICW wrestling fans, and welcome to another Sunday night of SICW All-Star Wrestling. Herb, we are coming off a momentous night at the East Carondelet Community Center with your annual Bruiser Brody, Larry Matisic, Tony Costa Memorial.
Wow, and when they say prayers get answered, we saw that last night.
It definitely was a great night of professional wrestling. But before we get into what happened last night, I think we need to take a look back at the past couple months of how we got to where we were last night. So fans, join us on this trip as we take a look back at the last couple months to see what led up to the great action last night at the East Carondelet Community Center.
One fall with a 60-minute time limit. It is for the Classic Wrestling Championship and sanctioned by Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling. When the action begins, your referee is Denny Thomas. Introducing first, your challenger from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing 230 pounds. He is a four-time SICW Classic Wrestling Champion, Flanagan. And his opponent, I just want to say something real clearly. I have already knocked out one worthless woman already tonight. We're not about knocking out another worthless woman. Ladies and gentlemen, your Classic Wrestling Champion from Mongolia, weighing 285 pounds, the International Bounty Hunter, Attila Khan. Come on, Flash! He's scared! Attila fears
Folks, you're seeing some great SICW action. We'll be right back with you in just a moment after a word from some of our sponsors. Lincoln Place Pawn in Fairview Heights will take care of all of your cash loan and pawn shop needs. They deal in gold, jewelry, guns, tools, and much, much more. Lincoln Place Pawn, located at 823 Lincoln Highway in Fairview Heights, Illinois. Call 618-632-2274. Lincoln Place Pawn is the place to visit. Wrestling fans, SICW Wrestling has been providing fundraising opportunities for several decades for local communities and nonprofit organizations. If your community or organization is in need of a great fundraising opportunity, SICW Professional Wrestling is the way to go. For more information or to schedule an event, call 618-286-4848 or 618-719-1034. We'll bring the matches to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your official result at 8 minutes, 39 seconds. Your winners via submission, X Award and Bobby Dean. If he jumps from there, you're out of here tonight. You won't have to worry about that again. And that goes for you too. Smart move. Mr. Flanagan, it's been a long ride with you here in SICW. It's been a wild couple of months. You are now one half of the tag champs, but you've been going through some things, and I am scared because I know what these announcements usually lead to. So how about I just shut up and give you this, and the floor is yours, sir.
Well, if anybody's been following my career, you know this is my 38th year of the wrestling business. Wrestled everywhere. I've been in the ring with just about everybody. But when I was with WWE, I kind of got screwed over around up there, and it kind of made me have an attitude towards the wrestling business. Then I went to Puerto Rico, and I went down there, and I basically fought for survival. It was like you're your own man. You got to go out there and do your own thing and take care of business on your own. And I went down there and had some of the wildest, craziest, violent matches you can think of, but that was something I had to do to prove to myself. And I really wanted to stick it back in Vince's face, saying that he lost someone that could have made me a lot of money up there in WWE. Then when I came back to the States, I ran into an old friend of mine, Ricky Morton, and he had Buck Robley with him. And I sat there and talked to Buck, and I gave him my phone number, and then the next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call from Larry Madison. Larry called me and told me he had this place here, one if I would be interested in coming. And he told me about Bruiser Brody and all this stuff. And as a kid, I was a huge Bruiser Brody fan. Well, I just realized it's been 9 years since I've been coming here now. It's been a long time. It's like I said, when I was in Puerto Rico, things were really bad. And I told you guys I was a big Bruiser Brody fan. And I may not, probably shouldn't say this, but the guy that killed Bruiser Brody, we were in the locker room, and I didn't like the guy, but there were cops that didn't like him either. And all he would ever tell me is, I wish he would screw up sometime after bullying. And me being the way I am, and Brody was one of my favorites, I said, I'll set him up if you want to shoot him. Right? But I don't want to be that person. And
You got this, Flash. Come on, Flash, you got this. We got you, buddy.
Kick his ass, T-Man. We're right there.
my mother hated the wrestling business. She hated what it made me become. And 7 years ago,
We love you, Flash. We love you, Flash. You got this.
7 years ago, my birthday, that's when she told me she had cancer. So I tried to make myself a better person, because I don't want her to ever see the person I had become. Because I was mean, I was rotten. When I first came here, you guys didn't like me either, but I think we warmed up to each other.
Oh, yeah.
So Travis Cook, if you're back there listening, I want you to come out here for a second.
Come on, Travis. Right here, come on,
Hey, I'm not going to touch you. I will not touch you. I swear on my mother's grave, I will not touch you.
We will,
I swear on my mother's grave, I will not touch you.
Put a hat on your wife. I believe that.
Come on, Travis. I'll smack him for you. Lead smacking for you.
Look,
Why would you give me a microphone?
after everything that's happened for the last 4 years, You injured my knee, I had to come out here in a wheelchair.
Nobody cares.
You threw a fireball in my face, you took my sight in one eye for a period of time.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I know a trap when I see one. There is no way in hell I'm stepping in that ring right now. No, sir, buddy, I don't care what you say. I don't care how flowery you make this, you're not conning me into that ring.
If you thought what I did to you in the past was really bad, I would suggest you get in this ring, because I got something to tell you. So I want things to be gone. Bygones be bygones. You go your way, I go my way. You forget about me, and I'm going to forget about you, what you've done. But don't you ever cross my path again.
You look like the chicken guy off
I don't want to become this guy. I'm going to let you know right now, I do not want to be that guy again. And you were pushing me to that point that I want to hurt you. I want to hurt you really bad. I don't care who you've got. I'm the only guy here that has taken the tiller and put him in the hospital. You remember that? I've sent you to the hospital. And that is just a taste of it.
Come on, get in the ring, Trey.
Get in the ring, and I will shake your hand. You can walk on back to the back, and let bygones be bygones. Because when I first came here, you wanted to manage me, and I told you no.
Thank
I
God.
said I will do things on my own, and you go do what you want to do. But you're not, you're going to have to cross the line. If you want to double cross me, go down here. Here's your chance to walk away and not get hurt.
Come on, Travis. Come on,
This is your chance to get in this ring, shake my hand, you walk away, you do your thing, and I will do my thing, because I want to come out here and I want to be a wrestler. The name of the game is wrestling. I don't want to be that violent guy. I want to be a role model for kids out here that say, hey, because when I was a kid, I got bullied, and they said, oh, you will never be a professional wrestler. And I said, you wait and see, because I made the goal for myself, and I became a pro wrestler, and I think I became a pretty damn good one. So, why don't you man up and get in this ring, and you go your way, and I'll go my way, and I will let bygones be bygones. I still don't know what's done in my life, but I'm going to let that slide. Because she doesn't like the way I become.
He's a chicken guy off Toy Story. You ever seen him? Come on, Toy Story.
Look. I'm hearing a lot of mixed messages right here. On one hand, I hear you saying, I want to let bygones be bygones. I want to shake your hand and I go my way and you go yours. And then the next thing you say is, I hate what you did to my life and I'll do something horrible to you. So which one is it? Now, if you want me in the ring so that again, I know a setup when I see one. I was not born yesterday. So the only way I will get in that ring, I'll get in that ring, and then you can say to me whatever the heck it is you want to say. But I'm not going to do it. We've got security around here. We got some people like that. There's got to be someone that's got a pair of handcuffs here. If you'll get yourself handcuffed to the ropes where you can't touch me, then I'll go in the ring and you can say whatever you want to say to me. But not until then. We got some handcuffs here somewhere. I'm in the hospital because that psychopath, and I'm not stupid. I am not going in there unless he's handcuffed. She got some handcuffs. Go ahead and handcuff you to the ropes. Then I'll go in the ring and you can tell me whatever it is you want to tell me.
That's a setup.
I'm going to show you that I'm going to let bygones be bygones. I'm going to let him handcuff me to the ropes. This is what I'm trying to say. All the violent things that I've done in my past, I started to really enjoy it, but the thing that I hated the most was I was really enjoying the pain. You don't want to go there with me.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw him.
You don't want to go there with me. So if you want me to let him handcuff.
As you see, the action is getting hotter and hotter here in SICW as what was leading up to the great events last night at the East Carondelet Community Center. We need to take another quick break. We'll be back with you in just a few moments. Are you looking for that good quality repair garage? Look no further than Pawpaw Towing and Auto Repair, located at 3492 Mississippi Avenue in Cahokia Heights, Illinois. For all your automotive repairs and service needs, let Pawpaw Towing and Auto Repair be the one to help you. 24-hour service for all the needs. Call 618-401-5220. Pawpaw Towing is the one to call.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have been told that now is the time Flash Flanagan would like to make his announcement. So please give a warm welcome once again to our former four-time Classic Wrestling Champion, Flash Flanagan. I'll admit I wasn't expecting that. Hey, you wanted to re-listen to me, right? You called my bluff. I'm shocked you agreed to get handcuffed to the ropes with everything that's gone down.
We are too.
And yeah, you know what? It is true. If you've been in the wrestling business 20 or 30 years like you have, I've been in it 20 years, you're right, it does take a toll on your family. I know it's happened to you. It's happened to me.
You ain't got no soul, it don't matter.
You miss a lot of Mother's Day. You do all those things. I know you've gone through a lot, I've gone through a lot.
Yeah, right.
And I know you get to a point sometimes where you look at your career and this thing you've been chasing for a couple of decades and you say, wait a second, it didn't work out the way I thought it would. Now I'm not saying this is the same thing, but about 3 or 4 months ago I had a chance to live my dream. I had a chance to manage against the NWA World Champion. My dream from the time I was 13 years old was to manage a NWA World Champion ever since I saw J.J. Dillon do it on TV. And I thought that's what I want to do in my life. And I got a chance to do it, and I failed.
Yeah, you failed. Like your mom's condom.
I haven't said this publicly, but for the last 3 months, ever since I failed, I've been thinking about a lot of things too.
Nobody cares.
The last 20 years of my life all in vain. Was I not what I thought I was supposed to be? And here I see you out here now talking about the last 30 years of your life. And I know you chased the dream. I know you were there with Randy Orton and Batista and all the rest of it. And I remember when they all said, Flash Flanagan's a guy. He's the one that's going to go to WWE. He's going to main event WrestleMania. And I know none of that happened for you.
It will never happen again.
You wouldn't know what it's like to chase something that big. I know what it's like, and he knows what it's like.
And your boy. Like your boy.
So yeah,
Could you
I get where you're coming from.
Shake his hand. Come on.
Same time,
Shut your mouth.
I remember rolling around here in a wheelchair for 3 months because of you.
Shut up. You should
I
know.
see you smiling right now when I mention it. Shut up! And I remember not knowing if I would ever see out of this eye again because of you. And I remember for the last 4 years, everything I ever wanted, when I was just about to accomplish something, you were right there to take it from me.
Yeah, good job. Yeah.
And I also know the reason it took me 20 years to get a shot at the world title is because you were screwing it up every time I got close.
Nobody cares about you. You suck.
The more I think about it, I know you're going through some adversity right now. And yeah, I'm going through some adversity too, but I'm seeing a real difference. I'm seeing a real difference between you, me, and you, man. When you face some adversity, it looks like you get weak. When I face adversity, I get better. You're sitting here right now, questioning the last 30 years. I'm sitting here right now, resolving that I will manage a world heavyweight champion. That's why I've always been better than you. I'm going to make one thing perfectly clear, pal. You say you want to let bygones be bygones. Well, why in the hell didn't you do that 2 years ago when I kicked your ass and I beat you in a loose league tournament and I ran you out of here? You could have done it then, but you didn't. Now you want to do it now that you've had some adversity and you can't take it anymore. You're not the man you thought you were. I'm going to tell you this one time, man. You got a free day today. If you want to leave this territory and get out of here, then fine. It will be over. But I'm telling you right now, if you stay here with SICW, shut up, I'm talking. If you stay here at SICW, I will end you. That is not a threat. That is a promise. You can't do a damn thing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw it. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, taking on Tommy Sharp. We go from one of the greatest of all time to Travis Cook. Oh, boy. Travis, you had a heck of an April 9th. What are your thoughts?
You just wasted about 10 minutes of valuable television time on Ric Flair, who nobody in St. Louis cares about, because what the people of St. Louis care about right now is the greatest of them all, the Hands of Stone, Travis Cook. And the Hands of Stone took out another victim, and he's Carondelet. Brandon Beretta, I knocked you halfway to Kingdom Come, and I would have done it to Flash Flanagan if he would have been the legal man in the ring, but he was too chicken to get in the ring with me. But Brandon Beretta, I knocked your head off. Now, Curtis Wilde tried to come out there. He tried to interject himself in the match because he's like Will Smith all of a sudden. He's doing whatever his woman tells him to do. He can't think for himself. Well, Curtis Wilde, I'm going to take care of your little issue tonight, because Mauler McDarby, a man that I have done business with in the past, a man who's an honorable individual, a man who does what you pay him to do, a real man unlike you, Curtis Wilde, Mauler McDarby will take care of you tonight. And you'll be out of my hair. And Flash Flanagan, you've seen what the Hands of Stone can do. You know, I usually come out here dressed in a jacket or a suit and tie, but I come out here dressed like an athlete today because an athlete is what I am. I proved what an athlete I am. I proved what a dominant force I am. I proved why the Hands of Stone is the greatest of all time, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Travis Cook with a lot to say. As always, we'll see what Flash Flanagan thinks about this. Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by Flash Flanagan, a very angry Flash that has been pushed to the brink. Mr. Flanagan, as much as we think Travis can't go any further, he proves us wrong again and again.
Proves us wrong? No, he proves everything I've been saying about him. He is nothing. Travis, you can slap me around. It's not been the first time I've been slapped around, but I promise you that will be the last time you ever put your hands on me or anybody else. You know, hey, the Brody Memorial Show's coming up. This place isn't big enough for the both of us. One of us has got to go. You can get whoever you want. Anybody you want. The loser is out of here.
Yeah. Cook's gotta go. Cook's gotta go.
Hey, I don't want to be around here anymore because I can't stand Travis Cook. And I'm not liking the person I'm becoming. Because Travis, I will give you a Bruiser Brody beating. Oh.
Speak of the devil, he shall appear, Mr. Cook.
First of all, I don't trust him being out here. He's a psychopath, and the only reason I've got these on my hand right now is because I got to have a way to defend myself if you try to do something. I've never seen these before in my life until today. But I hear you're making a challenge to me. Is that right? You're making a challenge to me? Every time you've made a challenge to me for 3 years, I've got the better of you. I beat you one time and ran you out of town. I knocked your tag team partner out colder than a cucumber last month. So you got to know that I'm in a better league than you. I'm in a higher league than you. So now you want some kind of loser leave town deal, right? Some kind of handicap? All right, I got a proposal. Myself and Attila Khan at the Brody Memorial against you. If we beat you, you're gone. Not for a year. You're never coming back. Now, on the other hand, if you beat both, let me emphasize that, both Attila Khan and myself, you'll win the Classic Wrestling Championship. I'll put that up. And then, and only then, I'll leave town. So let me be clear. I'm going to call your bluff, buddy. Look at me when I'm talking to you, jerk. I'm going to call your bluff. One of us is leaving town. Either you're gone or I'm gone. There must be a winner. You beat both of us, I'll leave. I'll never come back. We beat you, you leave, you never come back. Now, do you have the guts to accept it or not?
Do I have the guts to accept this?
Hey, no.
I accept.
Give me your best shot right now. I'm daring you. Give me your best shot right now. You're lucky I'm a gentleman. Give me your best shot right now. You want some of me? I will knock you out.
Whoa.
Hey. I am there with the contract, son. I'll knock you out. And I'll take you out of here. I will take you out of here.
Wrestling fans, it sounds like the terms have been agreed to for our huge show May the 14th in the East Carondelet Community Center. Flash, I hope you know what you're getting into. We'd hate to see you.
No. I promise you, this is for all you fans out there. Every one of you, all these years I've listened to Travis Cook run his mouth, I am going to get rid of his ass once and for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, will Flash get rid of Cook once and for all? Be here in East Carondelet May the 14th to find out. Wrestling fans, I am here with Travis Cook, King Christopher Hargis, Lucky P. Larson, Esquire. Travis, it looks like all the stars have aligned. I don't know if it's you that's gotten what he wanted or if Flash has gotten what he wants, but May the 14th, Attila Khan's title is not only on the line, but either you or Flash will be parting ways from SICW for the foreseeable future.
First things first, I want to apologize to Kowalski right here, right now, because here in about 2.5 minutes, the King's going to go up there, and he's going to beat Gary Jackson to the point that he will be able to even make it May the 14th. I'm sorry, Kowalski, you won't have an opponent. But I will have an opponent on May the 14th. And you put it right. It's all come to a head. Either I got to go or Flash Flanagan's got to go. Now, Flash Flanagan came out here a couple weeks back, and he said that better men than me have slapped him around. Well, that's a lie, Flash Flanagan, because I have caused you more grief and more heartache in 3 years than you've ever had in your life. Not only in the wrestling business, but in your real life. Your life outside of wrestling has gone down the commode because of me. Because I slapped your wife. Because I showed you weren't a man anymore. Now, the last time, Flash Flanagan, you had a singles match with me, I beat you and ran you out of here. The last time you had a singles match with Attila Khan, he beat you. So what makes you think you're going to beat the two of us when everything is on the line? Now, I'm not 6'5" and I'm not 275 pounds. I'm not better than Flash Flanagan because of my size and athletic ability, although that is impressive. I'm better than you because of my brain. I'm better than you because of my intelligence. I'm better than you because for 3 years I have outsmarted you. And you can rest assured that I'm going to be here and Flash Flanagan's not. Because for 10 or 12 years, SICW has been the house that Travis built. If it weren't for me for the last decade, there would not be an SICW. There would not be a television show. There would not be an All-Star Wrestling. I am the singular reason that the TV show's here. I am the singular reason that you sell out buildings all over the Midwest. You could not survive without me, but thankfully for you, you won't have to.
Well,
Wrestling fans, we are almost to what led up to last night's big events at the East Carondelet Community Center in the Bruiser Brody Larry Matisic Tony Costa Memorial. We will be right back with you after a quick word from some of our sponsors. Wrestling superstar Bobby D now has his own line of apparel and his own online wrestling merchandise store. Visit www.bobbydwrestling.com for all of the great wrestling memorabilia from Belleville's own Bobby D. Herb, last night was a momentous night in East Carondelet, and as you mentioned, most of the SICW fans had their prayers answered.
Well, and there was a few there that belonged to that Travis Cook coalition or army, whatever you want to call it. But for the most part of it, that capacity crowd, the chant of "Na na, hey hey, goodbye" to Travis Cook. I mean, just what a night when you saw what led up to last night. You couldn't help from feeling that explosion in that community center.
Absolutely, and it wasn't, while Flash Flanagan was the biggest part, there was a lot of groups against the Travis Cook organization. Travis Cook and the Wilds, we saw just a few minutes ago, earlier this year, Travis put his hands on Wildfire, and Curtis was able to enact a little bit of revenge as all this works through, and Flash Flanagan, who has had years worth of problems with the Travis Cook organization, and now you can say Travis Cook organization is no more.
Yeah, the TCO, and as the promoter, I have to be, I'm supposed to be unbiased, but Travis has been that thorn in your back, your behind. And you heard earlier this week the promo he did about how he built this, he built that.
The house that Travis built. I was so disappointed that you couldn't make it to interview him, and I was stuck standing next to Travis Cook.
Well, the fans built SICW, because as we say all the time, without the great fans there is no SICW, and the good locker room, excluding the Travis Cooks, of course. And now for those of you who helped wish him out of the building last night, your prayers did come true. Flash Flanagan, I got to tell you, when I interviewed him earlier in the week, I was concerned because of what we have seen Travis Cook do over the years.
He was a man on a mission.
Oh, when he hit the community center yesterday evening, he got there early. A lot of times, when he's out traveling, he gets late sometimes, but man, he was there early. He was, like you said, a man on a mission. Attila Khan, you can't take anything away from that monster, because and I know we're going to hear a lot from Attila Khan in the future, I can tell you.
And Travis's career was on the line, not Attila's.
Exactly.
So Attila might have lost his title, but Attila is still in SICW.
Oh yeah, and he's still going to be a force to be reckoned with, though, wherever Attila Khan shows up, whether it's in Tennessee, Southern Missouri, Iowa, wherever. He is that force to be reckoned with. The only thing is now Travis Cook won't be with him in SICW.
And one can't ask for a better night. But let's talk about some other things that happened. Central States title, Gary Jackson versus the monster Kowalski.
A sad thing. Gary, the first Central States title holder, what a legend Gary Jackson is, came up short last night. But, he had a big man he was going against. My concern is now having to get a big enough belt to fit around Kowalski, because he is
might just be one that goes over the shoulder.
He's a monster, but Gary gave it his all. But Gary, he's that energized bunny. He may take a licking, but he always gets back up, and he just came up a little short last night.
Well, and Gary's eyes are already set on a different. He might be heading for that Hall of Fame title. He might be looking at the tag titles, but Gary is not down.
No.
He's not out.
No, and the one that I think the fans are talking about today, the Bruiser Brody Battle Royal, Belleville's own Bobby D. You know, this young man has been on a winning streak, and to eliminate every other wrestler that got in that squared circle last night says a lot for what that man's got coming for him in the future. Belleville's own Bobby D.
Absolutely, and a man that personifies the mission of SICW and truly will be out there to support and lead that organization, and who better to hold up that Bruiser Brody Cup.
Oh, yeah, and then, Barbara Goodish being there presenting the cup to him, just great. Anytime every year we do the Bruiser Brody, Barbara Goodish, I can't thank her enough. She's always there for us, and we showed our gratification for that last night.
Absolutely.
The first annual Sam Muchnick Award, and I had some people say, well, why Barbara Goodish? Well, as we talked about last night, she continues to help us keep the legacy of wrestling at the Chase alive. Her late husband, the late great Bruiser Brody, she comes in every year, anytime I need anything. And plus the story of when her husband showed up in St. Louis one night for a match, Sam Muchnick said, "What are you doing here?
Yep.
Your wife's having your son. Get back on the plane and get home." So we wanted to, show our appreciation to Barbara Goodish. So she was the recipient of that first annual Sam Muchnick Award, which I think was great.
Absolutely, and very well deserving. And when we talk about well deserving, a new inductee into the Hall of Fame last night.
Oh, Joyce Grable, a fine lady. You got to talk with her. The fans did. Just a sweetheart. Rightly deserves her spot right there. We've got tapes of Joyce when she wrestled in St. Louis in the ring against people like Bulldog Bob Brown, Pat O'Connor when they were doing mixed tag matches. So Joyce took her place on that Hall of Fame at the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame, and you could just tell she was appreciative of that too.
Absolutely. And Herb, let's talk about some special guests that made it to the meet and greet.
Yeah. We announced early on. I've got three men's best friends dogs, and I got a little Jack Russell Terrier we call Bo. But the two that made it there the other night was Bruiser and Brody. One is a Belgian Malinois, and the other one is a full-blood German Shepherd. And of course, my relationship with Bruiser Brody was an awesome one, and so I think of him every day because I got those two four-legged big puppies, as I call them, and every time I post a picture of them, people seem to really enjoy them, and so I thought, well, we'll bring them to the meet and greet. How fitting with it being the Bruiser Brody Memorial, and the fans just loved them, so they appreciate the Bruiser and Brody showing up there helping us out.
Well, and Herb, one more thing before we wrap up tonight. Disappointment in my eyes. We lost Travis Cook, but last night the boss was revealed.
Well, that's been a discussion that's been on the TV show. You heard Drew and, of course, now the boss, Lucky P. Larson, Esquire. I don't know where that's going to bring us to. That took me by surprise. I had fans text me and saying, "Hey, who's this boss they keep talking about? Is this another one of Travis Cook's trickery?" Well,
in a way, I think
in a way it is, because we saw some of that footage where Lucky P and Travis is shaking hands or hugging one another. But it did get revealed last night that Lucky P. Larson looks like the next force to be reckoned with in SICW.
So definitely something to keep your eyes on, and this is the place to keep your eyes on it. Fans, we're here with you every Sunday night, 8 p.m., live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Roku TV. We're also showing on Intrigue TV and Paranormal TV every Sunday. So this is the place to keep up with the action, and always make sure you're in the East Carondelet Community Center for those house shows on Saturday nights. Your purchase there gets you into the TV taping on Sundays. So until next Sunday night, we want to see you at our next matches.